Well, hello there, Skywinders. Welcome back to another episode of Skywind 007. On today's episode, we're going to be looking at this. This is the water alarm clock. So I got this from AliExpress and it came in this white box. So it's not labeled in any way. So there's not much to look, so let's just open it up. And I'm assuming this is the original box, so it might not really be. So it comes with this. Remember, this is a water alarm clock. So we're gonna need 230 milliliters. We're gonna I believe you pour it in here and then you close that and then you open it like that and you squeeze the water out. So what's next? The clock itself. And here are some instructions, which I hope I won't need. So we got two languages. We got the English side on this part, and this is Chinese on the other part. So English and Chinese. So we won't need this. I think we won't need this. So I'm going to set this aside. And here is the clock. So it looks like it's turned on, but it's not really turned on yet. That's just a sticker, I believe. Yeah, it's a sticker. So if we look around, we have here you set the time, alarm, snooze, options for centigrade or Fahrenheit, and I don't know what that is. That's weird. So that's the front. The side, there's nothing. Here's the bottom. Here's the other side. The bottom, I believe this is where you pour the water in. Oh, it's fairly... You have to have a lot of strength to do that. It's easy to put back though. This is the back and that's the top. So let's pull that sticker off right here. Okay, so the sticker is gone. So as you can see, there's nothing. So basically you're gonna put water in here and it's going to work with the water, so there's no batteries at all. It gets all its energy from the water. So let me go get some water and let's fill that up. Okay, so I filled it up. It says maximum right here to this line, so I did that more or less. And by the way, this is not a generic pouch. This is a pouch meant for that clock, if you see there. Right there. It is meant for that clock. And it does say to do the maximum right there, which will be right here. That's the max. So those two metals right there, they have to touch the water. Okay, so let's fill it up. Okay, so we open this fully and we start adding the water. So it turned on, you can hear that. And let's close the lid. And there you have it. So So let's the first thing I want to do is test the angles. So if you look at it straight ahead, it looks like this. If you look at it from the top, and it kind of looks like it's blinking, but it's not blinking in real life. That's just the camera. So if you look at it from the top, it's like that. If you look at it from the bottom, it does fade from the bottom like that. Or let me just lift it. So let's see. It's fading, fading, fading. It's gone. So yeah, so it's not meant to be on top of a furniture. It's meant to be either at, eye level or below you. Okay, so first thing I want to do is set the time. So right now the time is 1:38. So let's press over here. Press and hold, of course. Press the triangle. Let's do 12 hours. Let's press again. Let's keep that. That resets it. So let's press time again. 12. It's like I said, it's 12. It's 1:38. So that goes up. Let me see if there's a down. There's no down. You can only go in one direction. Let me press and hold. So let's look for 39. Press time. The year, we are in 2022. Let me press and hold. Press time. The month, we are in June. June, and the day is the 8th. So it is a Wednesday. That's good. And we're all set. So I'm surprised that this actually has sound. I wasn't expecting that. So let's set the alarm. Press and hold alarm. So let's set it for 1. Let's go to 1:40 p.m. of course. Press set. Let's do 1:41. 1:41 p.m. Okay, so now let's wait. So I am. Okay. I was gonna say that I was wondering if that could wake you up, and I don't think that it can. It's way too quiet for waking somebody up. At least for me, I don't think it can wake me up. It kind of sounds like a watch alarm. So let's stop it. So let's see if we can turn it off. There we go, it's turned off. So to turn on and off the alarm, you press this triangle right here. That turns it on. That turns it off. But like I said, this is not going to wake you up, so don't even bother buying this for waking up. And then you have the centigrade and Fahrenheit button over here. So it's 28 degrees in here, centigrade, or 83 Fahrenheit. And I think that's it. There's not much else to say. So let's go outside and see how it looks outside. Okay, folks, so we are outside and I am going to do my final thoughts out here. We already saw what this can do as far as time and alarm, relative humidity, and temperature. So we already said it does centigrade and Fahrenheit depending on your country. And we already said that the alarm doesn't really work because it's not loud enough. And that's partly because that's mainly because the power source is just water. And I'm out here next to the water just to represent that this is powered by water. And also I do want you to see the internals. See if we can see that. Not really, all that reflection is kind of getting in the way. But there are two plates there, just like there would be in a battery. Even like a car battery, you'd see two plates. And the electrons are moving from one terminal to the other, one plate to the other. And that's somehow the way it powers the clock. So I'm no physicist, so I can't really give you a detailed explanation of how that works, but you can look that up on the internet sometime later on. So there are things that I am not going to talk about this clock, and they do include the snooze, because there is a snooze button over here, if you can see. Let me let that airplane go. And the reason why I'm not going to talk about it is because you can't really use this for waking up, so I don't recommend it for that reason. The other thing I want to show you, and I'm not going to talk about, is the weather, right here, the weather forecast. So this, if you tilt it like that, you might be able to see, there we go. If you tilt it like that, you'll be able to see the droplets. So in theory, this should be able to predict the weather, when it's going to rain or not, when it's going to be sunny. And the way it does that is by measuring the barometric pressure, or the ambient pressure. So when it gets if the pressure was going down, you know that rain is coming. If the pressure is going up, you know it's going to be a clear sky. So for example, if this were to detect that pressure was rapidly going down, it would activate those drops to show you that it's going to rain. And if it was already raining and then the pressure started going up, then it would the droplets would disappear, and you would know that the weather's going to get better and it's going to clear up. So those are the things that I can't really test very easily, because I would have to wait for the weather to change, and that would take a long time. Especially right now, I'm in Texas in the summer, so I'm not going to be able to do that, because it's not going to rain anytime soon for sure. But it does accurately measure the relative humidity, because it says it's 50 degrees out here, which is fairly high, and that's correct. And it says 93 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 34 in centigrade, which is high for my preference. But it is accurate. Another thing that the instruction booklet says is that this water is going to last you about 2 weeks, depending on how much you press those buttons and how much you use the alarm. It'll last you about 2 weeks, so you're going to be replacing that water for every 2 weeks. So it's not like a battery. If you were to buy a battery operated alarm clock, you would have that battery in there for a whole year. But this, you're going to have to be replacing it every 2 weeks. So it's not this is not for any utilitarian purpose. It's rather just a curiosity, even a vanity object that does work. Kind of like a Rolex watch. I mean, it's a $10,000, $15,000 watch that does tell you the time, but that's not really why you bought it. You bought it because it's a beautiful piece. So same thing here. When you buy this, you don't buy it because you need to know the time or the humidity or anything like that. You buy it because of the unusual technology that uses water to power the clock. So do I recommend this? Given the price, I'm going to put the price on the screen because I can't remember it right now. But I know it's around, somewhere between $20 and $30, if I remember that correctly. And do I recommend it? Yes, I do, 100%. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. So yes, I do recommend it 100%, 5 stars out of 5. So thank you for watching, subscribe, and thumbs up. And before we go, let's just look around here. Those vultures right there. And we got these guys over here. And we got that guy over there. So let's go see what they're up to. They're huge. I know you can't see it on the camera, but they're huge. They are huge. Don't go, don't go. Don't fly away. Do not fly away.